With that, we bring in Anthony Roman, an FAA licensed commercial pilot and former corporate pilot. Anthony, good to have you with us. First of all, the delays, the cancellations just keep ratcheting up, and I see that Delta has now canceled a ton of flights for over this weekend. What's going on?
Well, it's very, very easy to blame the airlines for this. It's a simple answer, which is simply not factual. The average airline pilot, based on FAA regulations, can fly no more than 32 hours in a 7-day work period, and no more than 100 hours in a given month. And so pilots are not being overworked. The airlines are faced with an entirely new dilemma, which is not all of their fault. The primary factors are traffic problems at the airports with regard to too many landing aircraft, too many aircraft in queue for taking off, and the airport infrastructure simply isn't supporting the increased airport traffic. In addition to that, Martha, what we have are fewer air traffic controllers, and as a result, it interrupts the real smooth flow of airline traffic and causes delays. It's another factor. Global warming, much more severe weather, much more frequently today than in years past.
Yeah, but what we're hearing is that they're scheduling flights that they know they don't have a pilot for. We're also hearing that there's a severe pilot shortage. I've heard this from many pilots, that just not as many people want to be pilots anymore. And so I'm asking the question, what can be done? A, why would an airline schedule a flight that they know they don't have a pilot to fly?
I don't think that that's occurring. I think that's an exaggerated scenario.
No, but I mean, this isn't because of global warming. I mean, that might be one element. The bottom line is that it used to be that you got to the airport and your flight said on time. Now you get to the airport and you're thinking, what's my plan B, C, and D?
Well, of course, there are some crew shortages, but many of the airlines have accelerated pilot training programs, which now are adding big numbers to the airlines in terms of flight crews. And a lot of the pilots that were furloughed and offered early retirement packages and happily took them are returning to the cockpit now. So I think we're seeing a trend that's going to be improving the situation through the end of the year. But as a result of the pandemic, it created highly unusual stresses for all U.S. businesses, but particularly for the airlines, with the compounded problems of airport infrastructure and weather. So it is not as simple an answer or as simple a problem.
I want to get in one more thing here, because I think when you have all of these shortages, you're going to have people concerned about maintenance. You're going to have people concerned about TSA. I've been to the airport recently, and there might be only 1 or 2 lanes open because that's all the people they have to work to get people through. And that's another big problem. But this is from the New York Post. A U.S. pilot's disturbing warning. Humans make mistakes under this kind of pressure. So a lot of times we have to push it even to fly home. The pressure can also make you angry or anxious, and humans make mistakes under that kind of pressure, whether that ultimately results in lives being lost or damage being done to the aircraft. What do you say about that?
There are time limitations that the professional flight crews can work, and those time limitations are way below what the average American worker puts in a given month. The average American worker is working 160 hours or better in a month. Flight crews, 100 hours a month.
So should that be changed? You said 32 hours in 7 days?
Yeah, that's what the FAA requires. That is not a lot of time. It's below the average for the average worker's work week.
All right. Well, there's a place we can maybe start. Maybe the Transportation Secretary can start exploring the option for that. Thank you very much, Anthony Roman. Good to see you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.